You are now listening to the Fishing for BS podcast.
Yo, yo, yo. We're back again for another week of the fish. If you're watching the YouTube, Dayna's doing a madness. I don't know why. This guy
having the intro live now. I love it.
So yeah, now we run the intro live so we can hear it like coming in, and it's always vibes and like we didn't make it ourselves. Like,
no, honestly, when I hear that, when that track drops, it's like, yo, this is fire, bro. Damn.
Yeah, man. Look, we're Fishing for BS podcast. I'm Andre.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Dayna.
Yeah. Guys, audience, just quickly, if you didn't know, now we're bi-weekly, so every other week we'll be posting, because, man, it's hard to do it every week, man. I can't lie to you, bruv. It's hard, isn't it?
It's hard to keep up with. It's hard to keep up with Dayna's schedule, to be fair.
Yeah, Dayna's doing the madness, boy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll get onto that, though. We'll get onto that. Aaron, how you doing, man?
Yeah, cool, bro. Doing good, man.
Yeah. All right, that's cool. That it? All right. Dayna, how you doing, man?
Yeah, man. I'm good. I'm alright, you know?
Yeah, what you getting into over there? What you getting into over there?
What you been up to, brother?
Yeah, what you been up to, brother?
Me? Obviously. I've been at church on the weekend, recording, you know, and yeah, man, did a little TV thing.
Is it?
Okay.
Right, so,
Want me to
for those that
go
don't
into
know, let us know what happened, man.
Yeah, so obviously it was this Gary Barlow, I'm With the Band was the title of it. It's like a variety show, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like Jules Holland, but everyone's in the band together rather than separate acts.
Yeah.
And you all kind of play together as a group. And yeah, man, it was really, really, really fun. The show looked sick after.
Yeah.
I'm glad of that because, yeah, it just came out really well. And it was a fun experience overall, you know. Everyone's crazy humble. I found UK artists are usually quite humble. I never really met one that's like a dickhead.
Yeah, I could name like one.
What from what scene though are we talking?
Yeah, different scenes.
What genre?
No, even our thing is kind of calm. I've just got one in mind that we've all played for. That's kind of like anyway.
What's the first letter of the artist?
I ain't giving you nothing. I ain't giving you nothing, bruv.
Nah, come on, man.
Yeah, read that. There you go. Hieroglyphics, baby.
Yeah, but yeah, no, just sick experience. Crazy musicians. It's a shame it wasn't longer. It was only like 3 days, so 2 rehearsal days, 1 record day.
Oh man.
And yeah, so it happened quite quickly. But yeah, that was like a pilot essentially to see how it did on TV, and hopefully it becomes a series. Very hopefully.
Yeah, we need that still. We need
That'd be
that.
sick, bro.
But yeah, it was fun, man. It was fun to play with all those people, a lot of legends. It's fun to like.
Who are you playing with? For people that haven't seen it, you know what I mean?
Gary Barlow, James Bay, Jamie Cullum, Tom Fletcher, who was in McFly, Anne Marie, Craig David. Yeah, those were the artists.
Something light, you know.
Nothing heavy for them, you know.
Man. It's only Monday, you know. Keep it light, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then it was just fun. It was fun to like not chop.
Yeah, to play the parts, right?
Yeah, I played quite very tame. Not even tame. Just I guess musical, mature, and that. And it was one because the songs didn't need it. 2, there was just no space, bro. Like, bro, there's like you got 3 keyboardists. So Jamie, he's playing piano. Gary's playing like Rhodes and keys. There was Guy Chambers, who's the MD. He's playing keys as well. Then you got 2 guitarists and horns and about 4 singers. There was no space.
Was James Bay playing guitar on the whole thing?
Yeah. Bro, he can play, bro.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Him and Tom, they can both play. I was surprised.
Him and who?
Tom Fletcher.
Oh yeah.
They can both play. Like I was like Tom. You know the 7 Days, Craig David.
Yeah.
Yeah, the he was
Yeah.
clapping that, bro.
Is it?
Yeah, like guitar part. He was clapping it. I was
Big up man like Tom Fletcher,
like
you know.
James as well. They could just actually play their
they're not-
instruments.
they're not
Just like,
artists
you
that
man are-
play-
you man are
they play.
musicians.
Yeah, they're not artists that play. They're like musicians.
Yeah.
Like, there's a distinction, boy. You know,
Yeah,
them man,
yeah.
them man there like that.
So
Looking
yeah, that
down.
was cool. And yeah, just a lot of fun. Just
Hey,
like,
James
playing-
Bay is mad cool, you know.
Oh, it's blessed.
I remember one time I was playing at a festival and I could hear someone in one of those porta cabins next to me just like playing guitar, and I was like, oh, this sounds nice. Like,
Yeah.
thinking this is one of the man them, innit? Because
Yeah,
artists don't really chill. And so I go in there, it's James Bay, yeah? And I'm like, that's when that tune came out that everyone loves. What's it called? Is it Lonely Water? No, that's not it. Is it? What's it called?
Oh, I can't remember the name. Gone by the river.
Something like that. By a river, innit?
Them ones,
back the
them
river.
ones there.
Sorry.
Home, yeah,
Hold back the
yeah,
river.
yeah. So that's when that tune was
River
popping.
Thames and them, man.
River Thames and them.
I think it was River Nile. So anyway, when that so it was at the height of that tune, so he was a big deal. So then I was like, oh man, you sound wicked, and he was playing this mini amp thing, and it was like on his table, playing it, and he's like, hey man, come and have a play, and I was like, but you're James Bay. Why do you want me to come in and play? Like, you don't know me, bro. But he's just like, yeah, come in and try it. And when he did that, I was like, wow, this guy is cool.
Bless, man.
And then he just goes off and claps the show and just,
Yeah, bro.
that's it.
Like,
Keep it moving.
and not even that I was surprised, but them man, everyone there. And I don't know if it was everyone's humble because everyone's levels, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like, if you've got Gary Barlow and X and James in a room acting calm and humble, you can't come in and act like you're so and so, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mika Paris as well. Sorry, Misha Paris as well.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention her. Yeah. So I don't know if it was that or if they're all just humble. in life, but everyone was cool, man. Proper, just blessed vibes.
I think, you know, at a certain level, most people are pretty blessed, you know. I think we'll get into it a bit later, but like on lower brow gigs, people are just lower brow. Like people move differently at a lower price bracket for some reason or another. Like I've had much more joy, just like personally, when I'm working with people that like are killing it, rather than upcoming people sometimes. Or not even upcoming, like they've passed upcoming, but they haven't blown. So they got a little something bubbling, but then they're bad vibes. But I'm working with my man over here, and he's absolutely blessed.
Yeah.
And he's gone. Clear. He could be bad vibes, and it's alright because you know what I mean.
point.
You're at that level, but yeah, it's.
I
weird,
feel
man.
like the bracket, like the group of musicians or artists you're talking about, I feel like it's more fragile for them. Like they've got more to lose. Like if this show or this tour doesn't go well, then
it's
we
a
ain't
wrap.
eating.
Yeah, it's a
But
wrap.
you know what I mean. But the ones who are like a bit more established in it and like they have a name that everyone knows, it's just like, let's just go have fun, man. Like
Yeah.
just play the show. We know you can play. I'm not gonna micromanage you. Just do
Yeah,
your thing.
you
and
bust case. They bust case as well, man. They're chilling. You know, they're eating regardless. So it's calm. The PRS is lovely. PPL is lovely.
Maybe it is like a, I don't know
Survival.
if insecurity is the right word, but an insecurity thing where the ones that haven't completely blown, they're like, oh, I need to like act a certain way to like,
Make it seem like
or something like that. Whereas the ones that are like, I've done my thing, they just relax.
yeah. It's true, man. It's weird. It's weird though, man. But anything you think you've taken from that experience, Dayna?
Taken, I think just not.
Oh yeah,
taking-
quickly. When did you play for a Rag and Bone Man?
bro. Hey, so alright, cool. So let me explain that because you know I'm glad you brought it
I
up.
swear my man plays.
I'm
with-
glad.
What?
I'm glad you brought that up because let me explain that because that looks bad. So initially, when I first got called to do it, one of the like people from the production companies did like a little interview with me basically just to get all my background and stuff.
Yeah.
If they wanted to use it for the show. So yeah, she's just asking, oh, who you played with, what kind of gigs you done. So I'm naming off like the people I actually played with, like Plan B, Sam, Joy, whatever, Naughty Boy.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, I saw that you also played with Rag and Bone Man. I was like, oh yeah, just a couple shows. So I didn't even name him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, just like I
She
decked a
was
couple shows.
itching
for
to
a
put
mate.
that on the
few
thing,
dates,
boy.
few dates, nothing heavy.
Yeah, like 3 shows, literally a weekend of shows. Literally.
That was a tour. Remember you said it was a tour?
No, I didn't. Shut up.
Oh no, that's the UK tour man was talking about, isn't it? Yeah, man. I'm going on tour. Yeah, I'm sure.
Remember when he called us, Aaron? He's like, bros, I got a tour.
Yeah.
I was like, how many dates, bro? It's
Stop,
like,
man.
yeah, just Saturday
Few
to
days.
Sunday.
Little convention thing.
Anyway, that happened. But that was, I don't remember that was before he like blew. Yeah, he was doing well, but it was before
Just
he
before,
like properly
just
blew.
before, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so that happened. I said, yeah, just a few shows with him. And then she's clearly, and you know what was telling, which I probably should have realised, is at one point they asked for footage of me playing with Plan B or Rag and Bone Man. Or Plan B and Rag and Bone Man.
Yeah.
And I didn't send them any Rag and Bone Man footage because I didn't have any, because I don't play for him.
Yeah.
But I sent them Plan B footage, and obviously they showed a little bit of me with him on the show. So maybe I could have taken that as a warning, but I don't know. And then I see the show now, and bear in mind, at no point have I said, yeah, I've played for Rag and Bone. Like, I've very much played it down because I don't want it to look like I'm trying to
claiming it.
bigger than I am, because I really don't care.
Yeah.
Like, even Bill, his bass player, is like, I know the guy. So
Bless,
he's
yeah,
a cool
Bill's
guy.
blessed.
Shout out Bill, by the way.
Yeah,
Incredible
yeah,
bass player.
bad boy.
Yeah, incredible.
So, yeah, so I come to see the show now, and I'm thinking it's better just to say, oh, Dayna Fisher played with Plan B and or not even has played with. They said Dayna Fisher, the bass player for Plan B and Rag and Bone Man. I'm like, that is
Yeah.
They set you up, boy. They set you up.
You're off on a mad one.
Wow.
Not even has played for Plan B, Rag and Bone Man. No, he's like the bass player for. It's like, don't make it. Anyway,
That's all mad.
The go-to bass player
yeah.
for Rag and Bone Man.
But yeah, that was that basically. Yeah.
That's all mad, boy. Because you know why they chose Rag and Bone Man, though, innit? Because
Yeah,
he's
of
just,
course.
cause
White
he's
man.
yeah, defo. That and just he's the most blown out of
Yeah.
all
They
the
did you
people.
dirty, though.
Just to give you that notoriety. Oh yeah. Anyway, I was saying, anything you think you've taken from that, that you've learnt from that?
Learn, just to not take my career for granted. I guess what I do for granted is I get to experience some very amazing things.
Defo.
You know,
These are the highs we were talking about last week.
yeah, you know what I mean. Them highs are like when I was playing with. There's a few moments when we were recording it, and I'm looking around the room. I'm like,
It's like,
yo, this ain't normal, you know.
Yeah.
This is kind of nuts still. Like, this is I'm very like, and I definitely cherish the moment. Like, you know, sometimes you kind of do something and then you look back and it's
move
like,
on.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
sick. But like in the moment, I was cherishing it because that
that's
was
sick.
crazy. So yeah, that's just to like not take what I do for granted. That was the only thing I take. Nothing like musically. Really.
You know what?
I'm
as
here
well.
already.
I'll ask, because obviously people are going to be like, oh, "How did you get that?" Right?
Yeah.
And it's not going to be straightforward. But go back 3 years
3 years.
to, you know what I mean? Like, go back to how
All the
you
way.
got that gig. You know what I mean? Because it's not just Don called you. It's because you
Yeah.
did this.
Okay,
Give us
cool.
the- you know
I'll
what I
go
mean?
all the way back. I'll go back to college. Yeah. So you know, shout out Kieran Guy. That's my dude.
Man, like,
So I met him when I was in college, but he was there for uni. But we never really spoke properly then. Anyway, fast forward a few years, he called me to do this gig with Jones, which was cool, fine, happened. And then he pulled me in to do a gig with Swindle, who I've been working with ever since, basically, recording and stuff. Now, Swindle, we did a show at a Bush Hall, which was like his album. It was essentially a listening party, but live for his album.
yeah,
Because he played it all in order and just the album, which is quite
Nice.
sick.
Mad.
With like live strings and live horns, which is a crazy.
Swindle's
gig.
pattern,
But yeah,
man.
so did that show, and I think the MD Guy Chambers was at that show. He's a producer who produces like all of Robbie Williams stuff, basically. He was at that show, and I think he like enjoyed my playing. And then one point, Swindle brought me in for a session with a guy called Joel Culpepper, whose album's coming out like next month or something like that. To do a session for him, and Guy Chambers was there as well, and he enjoyed my playing. And then literally out of the blue, I hadn't heard from him. Like, he took my number, but I didn't hear from him for like a year.
Yeah.
And then out of the blue, he just calls my phone and says, "Yeah, do you want to do this show?"
Look at that. Look at that, boy.
Just literally, I'm like,
That's mad.
I must have made an impression because to just call me for this, which is quite a big thing out
yeah.
the blue.
You could call anyone.
And he's heard me twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's massive, bro. That's
Yeah.
massive.
That's a callback to so many episodes, like the professionalism, the studio
Yeah, bro.
stuff, the believing your like everything, like literally just like
and
doing the
that-
job.
Yeah, all of that. What I was saying about treating every gig the same, because I could have well and gone to Swindle's gig, because the first thing I did for him wasn't paid a lot.
Yeah,
So I could have well and gone and been,
it's whatever.
No,
Yeah.
it was never that.
Yeah.
It was, I'm going to treat everything the same. And yeah, as I said, it's led to this, man. So
Boy.
my advice works, guys. Take it.
Speaking of advice, I'm here to tell the truth today, guys. Like, I don't follow my own advice sometimes. Still.
Speak on it, brother. Speak on it.
Yeah, I'm a mess, man. I'm a mess. Oh, by the way, there's no topic today. It's just vibes. Just letting you guys
Vibes,
know.
man.
Like,
Vibes
if you're
FC.
looking for a topic, it's vibes.
This
FC.
pod is entitled Ollie Gunner Talk Show.
Definitely. Vibes. Vibes and
juice,
mustard.
man. Some juice.
Yeah, so the thing about kind of like knowing your price and knowing your value and all that stuff I was sprouting a few months back. Or
Preaching,
whatever.
I'd say, brother. Preaching.
Preaching. I was preaching that, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, nah, that's too strong. It's too strong, bro. I was just saying stuff, you know what I mean? Anyway, and listen, I'm human, innit? Sometimes I fall up here. I had this project, right? This guy come in. So he inquired about a year ago for some mixing. I gave him a price. And he said, okay, cool. And then just went away. Didn't think anything of it because, to be honest, most of my inquiries I don't get, which is that's just the nature of studio business, right? Or any business. Then he came back and he's like, yeah, cool. We're ready to go with this project, man. And it was about 11 songs or so. And for that 11 songs, it was just mixing. It probably would have been near enough $3,000 or something like that, right? If I was paying my actual price. But it's like, bro, look, we got a smaller budget, rare. Can we do like $1,000? It was about $1,000 and a bit. I would have been getting paid like £100 a song there, which is really low for me. But I got in my own head. I got the wedding coming up. I was thinking, I got to bust this. Like, you know what I mean? I need this piece now. The same thing that we talked about. I was being a thought, man. I was wetting the peas, bruv. You know what I mean? Like, let me get that.
Out, boy.
Yeah, hoeing myself out, man. So I was like, all right, cool, let's do it, yeah. And then I should have clocked the warning signs, yeah, where they didn't know how to print stems, or they didn't understand stems, like, as in, they didn't understand how to send me stuff or what I needed. Like, there's obviously, if you're not a engineer, there's stuff you don't know. Cool, yeah. But you should know that I will need like your plain vocal, not on an MP3. Like, they wanted to send me just the MP3 with the vocals on it, and I was gonna mix that, and I was like, that's not. Yeah,
How it goes, man.
I had to walk them through that. There's some other things I had to walk them through, right? And then again, another thing was the music wasn't amazing. It wasn't the standard I'm used to like working on. That should have been another warning sign for me, because I've said it already. Like, low price, low quality. You know what I mean? As bad as it sounds, it's just the truth, man. And then what happens when you do these things, and work at these price points? They don't value it. You know what I mean? They don't respect it and they don't value it. So what happened was, I sent them back a mix that sounded better than their demo, and it goes, oh no, this is awful, rare, want my money back now, right, ta. And I'm like, this is just the first mix. Like, in mixing, like, you do a few mixes to get it right. Like, sometimes I might be hearing something a bit different to how you hear it, or I've tried something you don't like. So mixing processes, you go back and forth between each other, right? But they thought it was just going to be done perfect in the one go. I was like, it's not how this works at all. And someone that had paid a good amount more probably would have actually taken the time and sat down and listened and taken it in. But when you pay a little amount, you're thinking, just dash that, that's light, whatever. Yeah. No, this ain't good. And it just happened for whatever reason. It's just the way it happens. Even I was listening to our guy, Graham Cochran, right? he was saying he sold a course for £50. Bare refunds, bare complaints, bare like you're attracting these for lack of a better word, low quality clients, right?
Yeah.
And what he did was he had bare different courses. No, what he had was bare different courses that were like £17 each or something. Bare refunds for that. But when he jumbled them all together and put them up for £200, no refunds, like sold much more.
Oh.
Higher quality, you know what I mean? Because people are willing to invest and they're willing to actually take the time and, you know what I mean, go into it and do the work, whatever it is, right? So relating it back to what I was saying now, ends up I refunded them half of the first deposit because I was like, you know what, I ain't got time for this. They want to do in-person sessions. I work at my house, like nah, I don't know you like that, like yeah. It's just an L I took by not listening to my own advice, man.
So to summarize, Andre, what would you say were your warning signs that you ignored?
My warning signs were them undercutting me on the price.
Right.
There's the quality of music.
Right.
And the lack of knowledge, just in general,
Okay.
of the whole process, right? Because if you're a recording artist, you should know a little thing about recording.
Yeah.
Especially if you're saying that. If you come to me and say, look, it's my first time, cool. You know what I mean? But if you're like Billy Big Bollocks and then all of a sudden you don't even know how to print stems, it's like, all right, come on.
Yeah, there's something that you need to be thinking about there.
There's something wrong here.
It's definitely something wrong there. Definitely.
And leads me on to something else though, because when you lot were around, I got a call to do like a video shoot for this artist, right? Big artist, you've heard her or him.
Her.
Or she, or they.
Where's she from again? Where's she from? Where's she from again, Andre?
Huh?
Where's she from?
What? What country, bro?
Where's she from?
Uzbekistan. Yeah, I got called to do a shoot, right? And I was saying, okay, cool. Can you come play drums in a video shoot tomorrow? I'm like, all right. Winning sign one, yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Last minute, yeah, cool. I go, yeah, right, cool. And I wasn't really too far. You lot know, like I wasn't really. I was like, cool, I'll be happy for the money, but I'm not really on this because it doesn't feel like it's planned. Because if you're calling me the day before for a video shoot that's obviously been planned in advance, and the same thing happened for you and your one day now. It was the same person that called you and I don't want to bait, but you and two other people did a shoot.
Yeah.
And they called you the day before.
Did they?
Yeah. That's what Smiley was saying to me. I should have bait. Yeah, that's what you say to me. But yeah, it's the same flex though. So I was like, morning sign. On the day now. No, so she said they said they would call me back in the evening to confirm. No call. Warning sign number 2. Right. In the morning, I go, all right, let me text her. I actually did not want to do it because my friends were coming around that night. I just wanted to chill. I was going around my friend's house. I just wanted to chill out. I didn't want to do it. I was like, let me text her. Hey, if it's going ahead, let me know. If it's not, it's cool. If you found someone else, don't worry, it's fine. Just let me know so I can plan my day. You know what I mean? And then they called back about 3 hours later. Yeah, do you have African drums? What? What? Do you mean is there any specific drum you mean, or just the
Congo.
No, African drum. I said no, I don't. I can try and source some, but I'm not too sure. Bearing in mind, this is at about 11 o'clock. The shoot's meant to be at 5. Yeah, cool. They said, oh yeah, we're gonna try and hire some, and then we'll call you back in an hour. And it is, what's the time? 7 o'clock Monday evening. A week and a half later. So it's still not cool. I don't know what happened with that shoot, but them warning signs were there, boy.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, those kind of things. Someone in the room is like, African drums.
Yeah.
We need drums. Can you get together a drummer, someone who's a bit, Someone who plays African drums. Get someone like that. Can you do it? And then the runner's like, yeah. I sort it out for you.
They want someone get
Lastminute.com, boy. Jeez. But you know the worst thing about that story is Andre again did not heed his own warning signs. Man still said, "Yo, can you let me know if it's going ahead? Because I'll still do it."
Bruv, the wedding, man, the peas. No, the thing is, I really did not want to do it. And you know what? The later it got, the less likely I was going to do it.
Yeah.
Because when it was hitting 1, 2, I'm like, I'm going to actually charge more.
Yeah.
If it gets down to this. If you call me at 3 o'clock, I'm going to charge more now because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get there at 5. I'm not going to do anything till 10.
Yeah.
And then you're going to do hella shoots at 10. Bearing in mind, I got work at 4. It doesn't make sense. So we'll have to up this, bro. We'll have to up this, man. It's mad.
Bro, I had a similar situation where I got asked to do an audition for quite a big artist, and like I was just gassed to even get called to do it. So I was like, they told me the day. I was like, okay, cool. So I just spent loads of time practicing their material, listening to some older live shows, like to see what the vibe was like when they performed live. Like doing some homework on it. I was still quite young anyway, but like doing some homework on it. And then on the day, I'm just like, what time is my, like, when's school time? Like, when do I go? When do I travel there to, do you know what I mean? Didn't hear anything. So I text in the morning, like, hey, like, could you let me know when I'm on, basically, like, so I can make my way there for the audition.
Yeah.
Nothing back. It must have got to about 2:30, and by that time, like, my high energy is gone because I was so gassed for it. But I'm just waiting around. I'm thinking, they're not even gonna shout me in it. So I think I sent one last text message. Actually, no, I think I was ballsy. I was like, I'm heading now to the rehearsal studio.
Yeah.
I'll be there at 3:30, and I was like, oh great, that's your call time anyway.
Are you sick? Are you mad?
Yo.
Are you mad?
Bro, I was rattled, bro. I was more rattled that they said that, that's your call time anyway, because if I didn't make that, if I wasn't ballsy to say I'm leaving now, I'm just coming, boom, like, they would have probably rang me at like 3:15, 3:30. Yo, where are you, bro? Like, in my house.
I'm at home. I'm in Essex.
Like. Yeah. I'm at home, like. Yeah, boy. And that was crazy.
You know, you just reminded me. I did an audition. It's not a similar story, but it's just a story about an audition. Again, big artist. That was changing their band, and so there were 2 songs for the audition. Both songs were fine, like decent, calm songs. One of them was with a pick, and one of them was slap bass. Cool, I can do both. Get to the audition, and we play the first song, which is the song where I'm playing with a pick. Now, I've practiced with a pick, so I'm at a certain standard where I can play bass part fairly comfortably. I can't solo with a pick at all. So we playing the song, and at the end of the song, the guy that was running the audition, he goes, all right, guys, keep going. We're just going to mess around and vibe a little bit. I'm like, cool. So I keep playing the part, calm. Yeah, he goes, all right, Dayna, let's get a bass solo. I've got the pick in my hand. Bro, I died. Hey, I crumbled.
I'm just imagining doing them, like, you know, them old time licks that, like, the olders, like, proper olders do from church. You just pick up the bass. Them mad ones.
Bro, you know Guitar Hero.
That's literally where I was going. Guitar Hero. You know, you must.
Bro, we could hear a string noise, brother. I butchered that.
My thing is, Dayna, why didn't you just drop the pick?
I was just thinking that.
I do not know, bro. In my mind, in hindsight, I was like, yo, why not just put the pick down and clap this solo? Because if it's slap or fingers, I'm eating any kind of space
Yeah,
you give me.
yeah.
But on the pick, bro, I just I got one decent lick out, and they like that part. But boy,
I wish I heard
that was
man.
30 seconds of death right there, man.
That is so funny.
Luckily, on the song where slap bass, they did the same thing, so I clapped that one.
Man had to redeem myself,
yeah.
but man
pick
took
solo,
84
woo.
bars.
I was sounding like secondary school rehearsal room, bro. Not even college rehearsal.
Them bass demo videos when they always
Bro.
did the same drop at the start.
Do you play bass like this?
Bro, I sounded like 6 months in bass playing, bro. That was terrible.
Back to the ashtray, boy.
Not that I'm exaggerating, but yeah.
He really could have dropped the pick. He really could have. So
Who would have
funny.
took? I think, you know what? You know what it was. Yeah, I believed in myself.
Yeah, believe in yourself, man. You
Fam,
gotta
but
do it.
sometimes it leads to your downfall. But I believed in myself. I thought,
But now you know. It's not an L, it's a lesson, baby.
it's a lesson, baby.
Now you know.
Same 24 hours, baby.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I really
Do you-
thought, I'll be nice with
Honestly,
it. I'll
man.
clap this, and it just wasn't happening, bro. It just wasn't happening.
Do you think
I can't wait.
if you drop the pick and you just did a normal like finger bass solo, do you think you would have regretted it in hindsight? Being, I should have just tried at the pick, or not really?
I don't know. It's hard to say, to be honest. I mean, thing is, I cared about the audition, but I kind of didn't care. So, in hindsight, I just find it funny. I don't really care. I don't regret anything, to be honest. I don't know if I would have regretted not doing it with a pick. Who knows? Don't know.
Well, either way, we have the same 24 hours, man.
Yeah, man.
I can't wait to win the lottery and tell people they have the same 24 hours. It's my dream in life. That's my ambition in life. To win the lottery, then start talking down on people like I
just
did
do.
something.
Money don't sleep, so why should I, bro?
Rich people don't sleep.
I told my landlord to up my rent.
So I can work harder. Them ones, would you rather £1 million or a dinner with Jay-Z?
Brunch with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, so I could pick his mind. No, give me the M,
You're not
yo.
winning now.
Give me the M, I'll put it in the ISA, bro.
Innit? Let me put that in the stocks and
Stocks
shares,
and
ISA,
shares,
bro.
bro.
Let that
Stocks
grow.
and shares. And I'm good.
Speak with Jay-Z for man to tell me, yeah, work hard, bro.
Yeah, innit? Literally, that's what he's
Yeah,
gonna
you
tell you.
doing
Work
it,
harder. That's
Chief.
it.
You got it. Oh man, that is funny, boy. Oh, you know what happened as well? You know what? The day we had the barbecue, man, best stuff happened as well, Dayna. Dayna,
Yeah.
without baiting. Well, I don't know if you have to bait. I don't know if it is a bait thing, but I just want to talk about like negotiating prices, man, and
Yeah.
like working out what actually works for you, because it's kind of been the theme. Because obviously I didn't negotiate at the start and got panned, but yeah, man, talk about what that experience you had recently.
Yeah. So basically, man like Aaron gave so Aaron gave my detail to this guy who runs a function company or like a production company type thing, and basically they wanted me to go to another country to do this residency at this club, basically.
Yeah.
But it would have been 6 weeks out of England
Yeah.
for £3,000. No, it would have been £2,500. But what the mistake I made was at the start not reading what he said to me properly. So in my mind, when he gave me the dates and details and stuff, in my mind I saw it as 5 weeks for £3,000.
Yeah.
But it was actually 6 weeks for €3,000,
Yeah.
which is like 2.5 in English. So initially I said yes to him, and then after like talking with you man and doing the math, I was like,
Yeah,
wait.
we did the maths on a mad. We had all the spread. You know that Rennie meme.
Yeah.
We sat there for a good 20 minutes working out the maths on that. It was like,
yeah.
Because at first we.
I need some glasses with me.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to look for. There we go. And he kind of smiles at the end, doesn't he?
There's a guy in his ear like.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oi. Hey,
Yeah, so I did the
you
maths
need
and
to
I
watch
was
the
like,
YouTube for this one, boy.
2.5 for 6 weeks is terrible.
How much was it working out? It's like £60 a day or something like that. Isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. And initially, because I thought it was 3 bags for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Initially, I'm like, okay, it's less than I would want generally, but it's a secured 3 bags.
And it's the
And I
experience
haven't
as
had any secured money for a year and a half.
Yeah.
So it's
And
like
you got the days off as well, innit? Like you
Say
got
that
the
again, bro?
mornings, you got the daytime to yourself.
Yeah.
And in another
That's what-
country, nice scenery.
Yeah, in another
you know what I
country.
mean? Vibes.
But yeah, so it's like money. I haven't had any form of I know I'm gonna have this much money for the last year and a half, basically. So in a normal situation, I'd turn that down immediately. But
Yeah.
in this thing, I was like, and then once I did the math, I was like, this ain't worth it. So I had to go back to my man and be like, up that, bro.
Rise the ting, cuz.
That's the thing.
But how did you go about it? Just so people kind of know, like, you know what I mean? Because
I
it's something
basically-
it's something we don't actually do. More often than not, ask for more. It's not something we do.
Yeah. So I essentially said to him, "Hey man, I can't even get the message up. I'm trying to remember. Is along the lines of
You did the maths.
I've done the math on this, and it basically works out at £60 a day for me when I use the exchange rate and all that stuff, which just isn't that doesn't make financial sense for me. So I said, is there any way we can up the fee? And then he did. But basically because of Andre's wedding and COVID and quarantining, initially I told him from the start my brother's wedding is this date, so I'd need to fly back to London and then fly back out and miss a couple shows, and he was like, oh yeah, that's fine. But it turns out, obviously, because of COVID, you have to quarantine when you come back to the country and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
mad.
And Italy's like in the amber zone. I just said the country. Italy's in the amber zone, so I would have had to quarantine for 10 days, and it essentially just wouldn't have worked. So that didn't happen. But never be afraid to ask for more, because they might just give it to you.
Yeah,
Is the
because you got the more.
moral
didn't
of
you?
the story.
You got the more.
I did that the other day as well, to be
Yeah.
fair. 2 instances actually. So I got asked to do a gig actually the same day when I was at the
Oh
barbecue.
yeah, I
with
mean,
you
that
lot.
day was eventful, boy.
It was, yeah. Everyone just belling up. We need to hang out together some more, you know.
Did it? Get some work
some
in.
gigs,
You know what I
man,
mean? It's just
Good
the
karma, man. Good karma.
energy. Do you know what I mean? The energy was there. Like,
Energy.
um,
Yeah, Mercury was in Lucasade and that.
yeah, bruv. So we was all at Andre's mansion, and
Some of the vibes.
yeah, aka Hogwarts. And he's there, and someone asked me to do something for a price. But to be fair, they were like, if you're not happy with it, then you can like hit me back and let me know. And I couldn't do the date anyway because I was busy. But I spoke to the management like a couple of days later, and they were like, "Oh, I was ashamed about it. Blah 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 blah. Like, when do you think you could do it again?" I was like, "Boom, just like you tell me some dates and whatever." And I was like, "Actually, do you know what? Like the fee, can we have a look at that? Because I'm not really happy with where it's at the moment. It just doesn't really make sense to me." And he took it not took it really well, like I was attacking him, but he gave me a really good response.
Okay.
And he was just like, first of all, thank you for being honest, and like I'm not offended that you know your worth, and that you want to
Look at that.
negotiate that. Let me just talk to the team or whatever, and then I'll let you know like what we can do in terms of matching what you want. And I thought that was really nice because in that moment I could have felt like, oh, I don't want to ask for more because I don't know, because they might just say no. Do you know what I mean? I think as a self-employed person, you just think you'll price yourself out of work. But in my scenarios of asking for more money, a lot of the time, like the person who's paying you kind of feels, I don't know, they feel a bit dim that they've offered you so little money,
Yeah.
as opposed to you being greedy. Which
They
is
might just
really,
respect it more as well, innit?
pardon me?
They respect it a bit more, I think.
I think so, yeah. Especially if you go about it in the right way. If you're not kicking off and do you know what I mean, just being
striking.
disrespectful, then I think they're just like this. I don't want to work with this person anyway. But when you can do it respectfully and stuff like that, then I think it's cool. And then just like the other day
Blaze
as
them
well,
on the
you guys.
socials, bruv.
What do you say?
So just blaze them on the socials.
Yeah, like just you know what I mean. Blaze them on the socials. Oh, you never working with X, Y, and Z again. They're scammers. They're fraud. Like, don't do that. That is no. Do not do that. That is not a good idea to do. But yeah, and even the other day with that studio session I had when I hit you guys, and I was like, yo, like, what am I? What should I be charging for this? Because I want to go lower, but equally I've put the hours in, so I want to just go at my fee. And you know, to be fair, Andre learned from his lessons, because Dayna was like, go lower. Andre's like, nope.
Yeah, it's true.
He's like, go high, boy.
I ain't gonna let you feel it as well, man. Come on.
That's it. And then I went high, and then he hit me back and was like, yeah, cool. Give me a couple of days.
See, look at that.
Yeah, bro.
It's true, man.
Look at you, Dayna.
We're definitely
Undercut
our
my
own
boy.
worst enemies sometimes.
Yeah. I feel
Do you know
like
what it is?
it's good to have a support network, you know.
Yeah, 100. 100. I feel like for me, like, it's a bit of imposter syndrome. I was talking to my wife about this the other day. Like, I think before I felt like I need to just work harder and practice more and blah, 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 to be better. Of course you do. But I think sometimes for me it's imposter syndrome. Like, actually, am I meant to be in this room? Or, like, am I meant to be in this session or doing X, Y, and Z? Like, does this person think that I am the person they perceive me to be?
Yeah.
Do you know, if that makes sense? I might butchered that. But, and I think, yeah, like, once you get out of your own head, and it's just like, well, they called me, so this is how much it costs. Exactly. And this is the quality you're going to get, because this is what I do. Do you know what I mean? And just back your own thing. Then yeah, like I said, most people will probably be like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and the worst they can say is no. Oh well, you didn't want to do it at that price anyway.
Yeah, it's true. And then you save yourself the headache, like Andre.
Yeah, trust me. Bare headaches over here, man. Migraine skank. All of that, bro. Yeah, man, believe in your source, bro. And just, I think you can just ask. That's all you can do, man. You know what, as well, me and you had a conversation the other day, Aaron.
Yeah.
You know what it's about? Like, this is more skewed toward, like, studio. Say you're recording at home and stuff, right? It's like adding value onto your product, right? So say you're, for instance, guitar, because Aaron's a guitarist, right? Someone comes to you and asks you for you to play to this song. What do you say? Like, this is the price, da-da-da.
Yeah.
More often than not, right? But again, Graham Cochran, if you haven't checked him, check him out, man, because he's the guy, yeah. He's got this whole thing about tiered pricing, yeah? Where instead of giving them one price, you give them 3 prices maybe, with different levels of stuff, right? So maybe the base level could be, okay, Aaron plays guitar on this one song for £200, cool. That's basic, yeah. The middle one is Aaron plays guitar, you get unlimited revisions, plus a video of him playing to it, something like that. That's the middle one, that's $350. Yeah. Top one now, Supreme Excelsior level, whatever you want to call it, yeah. This is £800, but Aaron's recording he's recording acoustic, he's recording normal guitar, he's recording
The works.
baritone guitar, you name it, you know what I mean? He's giving you
stuff that you don't need.
Stuff you don't need.
But it could inspire you for something, you know what I mean, to create more, yeah.
Plus maybe critique on your song, maybe, you know what I mean, direction as to where you think it might go. Maybe you give him some ideas of a new bridge, you know what I mean? Like, you're adding stuff on.
Like almost co-producing in a way.
Yeah, almost co-producing. And what that does, instead of them going, okay, what's this guy's price? Should I pay him? It goes from should I pay him to, which one should I get? You know what I mean? Because where you might have gone in at the £200 and that would have been fine. Now he's looking at the middle one going, that's not too bad.
Kind of nice.
Especially, you know what I mean? Especially if the top level is £1,000.
Yeah.
That middle one looks very nice now.
Yeah. That $5 ain't too bad. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's something I think we need to, just as musicians, add strings to our bow, man, and not just limit ourselves to just doing the same basic stuff all the time. Like, yeah, go on.
So I was going to say, like, there's a really good point you made, like having more strings to your bow, because as much as there's the kind of classical, historical way of being a musician, which is you practice, you make connections, you play at stuff and you get gigs, or, you write your own material, you become an artist. We live in an age where we are probably probably going to be able to do stuff like that, like have tiered pricing and just be a bit more creative and flexible in how we approach making money. Because at the end of the day, like, we all love this. We all love playing music, but it has to be able to sustain you, and to live a life that you're kind of happy living to a standard. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I think, like, listen to that podcast that you sent me, Andre. That Graham guy, he's so knowledgeable, and what I've taken away from it is just being able to look at every part of being a musician, like what it takes, whether that's, you know, putting your gear together, building sounds, recording guitar, playing live, teaching, online teaching, all that sort of stuff, and looking at them as different parts of a business that can be marketed and you can make money from. And in my case, those being things I can make, is the word residual? I don't know. Passive income from. Because at the end of the day, I'll never forget this year when I was at university and Jessie J's band came in to do a masterclass here, and it was Ginger, it was Hannah on keys, it was Louis Allen guitar, and Phil on bass, and they went around talking to everyone about what they do, etc. And when they got to everyone was just like, I started playing here, now I'm on this gig, I'm loving it, blah 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 blah. When they got to Hannah, she's like, so I do, like, I play for Jessie, I used to play for, I think it was Rihanna, I do TV syncs, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. When I'm on the road, like, I'm still getting my PRS checks in, and I've still got this coming in when I'm on the road. And, like, that went over everyone's head, because everyone's thinking about, I want to play live. I want to be in Jessie J's band. But, like, it always stuck with me that she did bare stuff, and, like, she was still actually making money whilst on the road. Because that's what you actually need, if you think about it. Like, if you're on the road, you're not making money. Yeah, like, I mean, you haven't got the money right there and then sometimes. Sometimes you have to wait until end of the week, end of the month, or end of the tour sometimes to get paid. Yeah. So, like, what are you doing in the moment to have passive income?
Yeah. It's very true, man. Like, there's different things we can do, man. I don't want to step on your toes out and say, I don't want to say what you're trying to do next.
Sorry, I definitely froze there, man.
Yeah, you did, innit?
Yeah. I finished my sentence though, but
huh?
I finished what I was saying anyway. But just making money whilst you're doing the fun thing, which is the playing shows thing. And anyway, but what I'm trying to say is that, like, Graham's got me thinking a lot about how I can be doing that, to get to a place where you make the same amount of money someone who works, at a management level in a normal 9-to-5 job makes. Yeah. Because really and truly, that's, the kind of income you need to make to be.
And there's so many things you can do just as a musician, right? You can teach, but not just teach in person, because again, that's the same thing. You can do it, but it's the same thing. You're exchanging your time for money, and it's like £30 an hour or whatever. Or you could, like what you did, Aaron, before. You did the whole subscription thing. You know what I mean? Where you've recorded your lessons and you put up maybe one a week or one a month or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you've done it one time.
Yeah.
But then people can join any time. You know what I mean?
Yo, that bought me a new laptop, man.
Is it?
Brand new Mac, bro.
Nice.
Brand new. So
and it's just like thinking outside the box, man. Instead of just doing the same basic, all right, I'm going to go do one gig, I'm going to go do one teaching session and then go home. And it in real life, it just doesn't, it's not going to, you know what I mean? It's not going to bust you to the next level, unfortunately.
Yeah. And there's like, sometimes, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but sometimes I used to look down on people that would have kind of the stable thing and kind of do music on the side.
Yeah, me too.
But they would be trying to build the music up slowly to a place where the money was good enough that they could drop the stable thing because they wanted to do music. Yeah. But like now, the more I think about it, it's like that's actually a really smart way of doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because you're thinking more business wise now. Like this isn't just about me waiting for someone to call me. This is about me actually making money and being a business, being a proper business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's something that we should be thinking about because the majority of us will not get a big break where you're in X person's band for 15 years. Yeah. And do you know what I mean?
Those days are gone, boy.
It's just, as much as we want it to happen, that era is probably done anyway, but it's just, don't work like that. So we have to, like you said, think outside the box, which I think is really important.
The internet is your friend, man.
Yeah,
Honestly, there's so much. So much you could do, so much you could learn. Just little skills, man. Even Dayna does like video editing. He done it just because we did videos like in the studio, but now like he's good at video editing, so he could like just do that. Like, you know what I mean, and film his own videos, and you know what I mean. Even this thing, the tiered pricing thing, I was thinking about with the studio stuff. One of the top tier was going to be like me recording video of us producing it in the studio, and sliding Dayna an extra 200 for that or something. You know what I mean? And that's a skill that he's picked up. That's not musical, but it's going to help with the music. You know what I mean? And just help in general, man. Just pick up some more skills, guys, man. Not every day practice the drums. Sometimes go read something or listen to something that expands your mind and makes you think differently, man.
It's got to be a wholesome approach, isn't it? In this day and age, you have to think about being a musician and not just being a guitar player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even in my house, like, I'm sitting in my office now, which is low-key a guitarist studio. So, like, if I know people in my area who want to record guitar properly, I'm going to say, this is the price. If you want to use my... Like, I've got good gear in here. Do you know what I mean? I've got bare options of what guitars to use, what amps to use, what plug... Like, we can... That's another stream of income.
It is.
Yeah, we could be using it. I'm gassing myself up, boy. I'm ready,
come
boy.
on, man. You're going to have bare randos in your house, though, yeah?
No.
Drapes in that man's strings, boy. Hey, Dayna, one quick question, Aaron, do you know what strings these are? Like they
Fender guitar strings.
Stainless steel, Fender stainless steel, stainless bullets. You heard of this brand? No?
They look like guitar strings, so that's more for Aaron.
No, they are guitar strings still. Like, what happened, I got delivered them by accident. Like, it was one of the person that used to live in my old place.
Yeah.
They just got delivered, and then like we had them for like a year and a half. I was like,
let me see them strings, brother. Let me see them.
Yeah, like they're Fender stainless steel, stainless bullets.
Stainless bullets.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. They look so cheap. They look so
what
cheap.
size? What size are they? 9? Is that 9 to?
It says 10, 13,
40.
17, 26, 36, 46.
10, 46. Yeah. See.
Who knows, bro? I'm gonna give them to you anyway. Cause
electric guitar
strings. I don't know about guitar strings.
Yeah.
Damn.
Strings make all the difference, man.
They do.
Do they really?
Jeez,
They
bro.
do.
Big difference, bro.
Hey, I remember I said this to you the other day. Yeah, that whole tones in the fingers thing. Yeah, I think it's overstated, bro.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
Speaking it, bro.
I think your sound, because I think people mistake tone and sound. So I think your sound is in your fingers, but tone, you're not gonna have the same tone with two completely different. If I've got flat rounds on a P bass and stainless steel bright strings on a jazz bass, it's not gonna sound the same. My tone's not gonna sound the same. That's why I don't. I just think, but I think people mistake tone for sound. The sound's in my fingers, and that's how I play. But it will sound like I'm sounding the same on different basses, but that's because you're used to what I sound like.
It's you playing. It's you playing the different sounding bass.
But
it's true.
The actual tone of the instrument comes from the wood, the strings, the pickups, the preamp,
Electronics,
whatever else you're going for.
Yeah,
I
but
just want to-
tonal technique though, bro.
I'll do it.
I can always tell when it's Dayna playing bass. Doesn't matter what bass it is.
Yeah, because there's no space.
Man, shut up, man. Hey, you heard me. You heard me on the Gary thing. I did not
I've had a
once.
chance to watch it, you know. I haven't had a chance to been back and forth from the
Like,
hotel.
yeah, was supporting your bro. That's mad.
Hey, did you not hear Gary Barlow? Yeah, Dayna Fisher.
Yeah.
Never worked with him before, but boy, does he drop.
That boy good.
That boy good.
Hey, I can't lie. When I saw that video, I was like, yo, that's nuts, man.
He knows you now, bro.
Man needs to follow back though. I'm getting mad. I'll get mad for Dayna still. Like, nah, follow man back though. Like, I'll be checking out weekly. Like, nah, they all talking. Like, but follow me though, innit? Like,
I ain't too fast. No, okay.
yeah, I know.
My highlights though, you gonna see my page. You gonna see that
straight away. Gary Barlow, first highlight. Gary Barlow. What? The price is 1,000. Don't ask me any
The price of the brick
going
is
up.
gone
The
up,
price of the brick
baby.
has gone up. You see me?
You know what? There's and I can't really talk about it, but there's a few albums that I've recorded on that are coming
next
out
drop.
in the next year. to 6 months. 6 months to a year, which like can't lie. It's going up, man.
Come on,
Aaron,
bro,
we go
come
Miami. We go Miami, baby.
Come on,
As soon as
come
that
on.
price goes up, we're gone.
Oh, wait. It's going up, man. I'm tired. Oh, money, bro. I want to do one thing and get P.
Tier that as well, boy.
Tear that.
I don't know how can you tier price-based recording?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You get 100 per take. So one take, you're getting £100. But I've listened to it once, so I'm just gonna play.
yeah, that's the one take, and then the second take is you
Second
you listen to it, and you can take
£250 where you get
revisions as well.
no, you get 3 takes, and then
takes.
£350 you get revisions. No, I'm joking. I don't know what to do.
500.
But I mean, right now, the thing is, right now, my pricing is tiered, but it's tiered based on who's asking me.
Like there's secret tiers, no one knows them.
I mean, I might as well say them now. But I mean, if it's someone big or like, I know there's
You said
money
it before,
there,
yeah.
it's like 300, 350. But if it's someone like normal, I don't know, or just independent or something, it's 2 to 250. I'm in the middle of putting it up.
Yeah.
At both tiers.
But for £1,000, you can get a video, and you can come see me in my house as well.
Recording
You know
in your
what, though,
boxes.
Aaron, you gave me the idea about the recording thing, like having gear to record through.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like renting out your space, you mean?
Yeah, renting space for people to come and record high quality stuff.
Yeah.
Not talk about your space, Andre. Relax.
But I'm saying that all your stuff is here, so I'm not
I can
understanding this
see your
conversation.
face. I'm just saying in the future at some point. I can see your face.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, but the
All
thing
your
is,
stuff here, so what space you talking about?
No, I'm not hearing that, because in Andre's hotel, there's space for man to come in and
We
go
talking
up
about my
to-
hotel.
Ain't a yabba, a hotel, man. In Andre's hotel, there's space for man to go up a few levels. Do you know what I mean? And be isolated and do their thing. So
Oh, there's space in there to add stuff, definitely. Definitely, man.
So, yeah, man.
I'm very happy with it now, though.
Price of the brick.
Price of the brick going up, baby.
Going up, baby.
And with that, that is us for this week.
We out.
Hope you've enjoyed it. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube.
Jeez.
You hear
Man,
that?
learn English.
The elocution. You hear that, yeah? Yeah, man.
Execution.
Thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate all the support. And yeah, we're bi-weekly now. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter.
Hey, talk to us, man. Because
Yeah.
I met a couple guys this week,
Yeah.
and one of them was saying, "Yeah, man, me and my boys at uni like just sit in the classroom and listen to it sometimes." To the pod, I was like,
yeah, hit us up, man.
I ain't heard a word. Like,
Yeah.
come talk to us, man.
There's
Yeah, hit
secret
us up,
listeners,
man.
like.
Hit us up,
Like,
man.
bruv, like-
We're here to chat, man. We're here
Like,
to
let's chat, man. We've had a few chat.
Yeah.
We've had a few come. And we've had some of the
I
few.
had
like,
no one speak to me, bro.
yeah,
Same.
a few people talk, but like just like I had a guy, I can't remember who, but come like we was talking about gear, and I kind of advised him on what to get. Remember when I asked you, Aaron, what to send me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I can't remember who that was. Sorry, guy. Sorry, no disrespect, but I can't remember. But yeah, man, let's chat. I was gonna say something. It's gone now. Yeah, let's chat. We're all friendly. We're just all trying to build ourselves, aren't we, man?
That's it.
Man.
Everyone's just trying to build up. So like, let's build this community. Maybe we should have like a Discord or something. I don't know,
Yeah, man.
something like that where we just have a little community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's chop it up.
Yeah, let's chop
Yeah,
it
man.
up.
That could be a
Yeah,
vibe still.
If you lot are up for it,
Yeah.
and then no, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Yeah, hit us up. Let's hit that as a little clip. Do you guys want a Discord? And we
Yeah.
can just chat about this stuff all day.
We'll just chat about music and whatever,
Yeah.
man. Everyone share their wins. Everyone share their losses.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know, you can have
Yeah.
different sections in a Discord. Elza took this week.
Yeah. Elza talk. Yeah, definitely having that section, boy.
Yeah, we could share some of the funniest ones, man. That would be jokes.
Boy, we got stories for days. I got L's for days, boy. I feel that up. Anyway, guys, until 2 weeks away. Until next week. Until 2 weeks away. We're gone. Thanks a lot. Peace.
Peace.